Hey everyone, Kevin here. What I'd like to do in this video is talk about smartphone batteries and talk about the lifespan, the degradation. It is something that annoys me no end because this wasn't a problem in the past. You know, in the past, when we had smartphones for 10-15 years, we could buy two batteries, we could replace them. You know, the battery was going down, we'd replace the battery. After a year, when your battery life was getting really bad, you'd throw it out and you'd buy another battery. But the industry has decided that they want things slimmer. Well, that's what they say. But what the industry has done is started to build the batteries into the mobile phones, and they're designing the mobile phones in a way that they aren't easily serviced. It's very difficult to repair mobile phones now compared to what it was like in the past. And this is quite annoying, you know, as a consumer, because it's forcing you to upgrade. You know, it's planned obsolescence. The other year I had the Google Nexus 6P, and I had it for about a year and a half. And the video camera was something that I did want to improve. But by and large, the number one reason I upgraded was the battery. It went from lasting me all day, and then over the course of a couple of weeks, it really went downhill. It really went downhill to the point where I had to charge twice a day and things like that. And it stopped me from using it, and that's why I upgraded to another phone. So unfortunately, you can see here, this is my HTC U11, and I've been checking all the stats, etc. There's nothing here, there's no rogue apps, but despite there being no rogue apps, the battery life on this has been dropping really badly, really badly. So I have been reading about this, and there's a lot of articles online about this, how to prolong your lithium based batteries. And you know, I'm talking about smartphones here, but obviously lithium ion batteries can be found in laptops, they can be found in tablets, they can be found in a number of places. But it really is, as far as the battery life goes, a lot of it's got to do with, you know, temperatures, what you're using, when you're charging it, whether you're going to full, you know, you're not supposed to charge over full and things like that. And it all comes down to like the number of cycles. And you can see a lot of figures being thrown around here, different temperatures after 1 year, 40% charge, 96%, 100% charge after 1 year, 65%. And it can really make a difference how you're charging it. Now, there's a lot of different things here, a lot of different graphs here. I won't bore you with that. I can show you the article. I'll link to it down below so that you guys can check it out. But there are apps that help you in this regard. They give you an idea of what's happening. If you type into the Apple Play Store, the Apple Store, or the Google Play Store, just search for battery health, and you'll see a long list of apps that show you the health of your battery. And it really does paint a scary picture when you see the health of your battery. So this is Accu battery. This is the one I downloaded, and you can see here the estimated capacity of my battery is 2,564 milliamps. And, you know, as you can see, this is a 3,000 milliamp battery. Now, that's saying I've got 2,564. I'm not sure how accurate that is, but when I installed it a couple of days ago, it was saying I only had 2,300 milliamps. I imagine I'm somewhere in between. But I don't know exactly how my capacity has been affected, but I have noticed recently that I need to charge this a lot more. I really do need to charge it more. Battery is draining a lot faster than before. Maybe there is a rogue app there, maybe there is, you know, a process that's killing that, but if there is, it's not, you know, being highlighted by Android. But I suspect what's happening is just, you know, the battery life of the life of the battery has started to degrade. And I think it's a slippery slope, because this is what happened with my Google Nexus. You start, you know, your battery starts going down, and then you start charging it more often. And because you're charging it more, there's more cycles of it charging, and the battery life drops again. So it's very annoying, but at this time, it is one of the major things you have to deal with a modern smartphone. So one of the reasons this really annoys me is the fact that, you know, I only bought this last June. This, you know, what's this, about 8 months, 9 months old? It's not an old phone. It's still a flagship phone. There isn't a phone out there, as I'm talking right now, with a faster chip. This is still one of the fastest and best performance smartphones out there. So for this to die, not die, but, you know, start to die. It's very, very annoying. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. It's just one of those annoying things that's happening in the mobile phone industry over the last few years. And I think the thing that I'm guilty of is supporting it. You know, the vast majority of smartphones today have a battery that's built in, but there are some out there that don't, that do have, they do allow you to replace the battery. There's not many of them though. There really aren't. There really isn't many of them, and it really does limit your options to what phones you can buy. You might have to buy some crazy phone from China. But yeah, this is something that's really starting to annoy me, because, you know, even if you look at the environmental side of things, it's very annoying that a lot of people are just throwing out perfectly working, you know, perfect phones. There's no problem. This phone would run for the next 2 or 3 years fine, but it's not going to last that long because of the battery. And it's just annoying that you're kind of forced to keep buying phones every year, every year and a half, because they know that after a year and a half, it's so expensive to repair a phone. It's such a pain in the ass to do it yourself that the only option is to just buy a new one. So it's very, very annoying. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. There's a lot of things you can do to improve the battery life of your phones. AccuBattery, for example, says only charge to 80%, don't charge anymore. And apparently it can help your battery life by like 200%. So there's things like that you can do, but I still think mobile phone companies have to do more. And why did they change something that wasn't broke? Let us change our batteries. Let us change them. Right, guys, over to you. I'd like to hear what you think about this. I'll leave a link to the article so you can check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.